Yo, this is Derek, and this is my new Solar S1.7 APP. Alright, so now, I don't typically do review style videos, but when I first posted pictures of this guitar, I did say I was going to do one, and this is something that I've been thinking about doing for a while, so I figured, what the hell, right? So anybody that knows me knows that my choice of 7 strings are usually, I'm a big fan of the Schecter KM7, that's Keith Merrow's signature model. My number one for the longest time has been the KM7 Mach 3, the standard with the stealth gray finish. The big thing on that, it's got the Predator inlays, because I'm a huge nerd. I swapped out the pickups on those for a set of DiMarzio Occult Classics, and that thing is a freaking beast. The problem, though, is I kept running into tuning stability issues whenever I was recording. It seemed like, you looked at that thing wrong, and the lower strings would start to come out of tune, and I'd have to, retune, or the intonation would go out. It was just starting to be a pain in the ass. So you enter the Solar 1.7. All right. I was digging around, and the main thing that I was looking for was an Evertune. Okay. This thing is equipped with an Evertune bridge. All right. I've known about the Evertune for years because of Devin Townsend and Ola. Yeah, funny enough, it's a Solar. And finally got a chance to try one out on an ESP about a year ago. All right. And it was freaking life-changing, right? The Evertune, it's a piece of hardware that's installed into the guitar. It's a series of compensating springs and various other pieces of equipment that keeps the string tension consistent. So this keeps your tuning from changing regardless of how hard you hit the strings while you're playing, or any other environmental changes that might affect your tuning. For a 7-string, that's going to be huge, right? I have this currently tuned in drop A, and you could really get some chunk on it. If you are, one of them that's tuning down even lower than that, like a drop G or an F sharp or something like that, Evertunes are going to be really important to make sure that you have that tuning stability, right? Especially when you're recording. Less time that you have to mess around with retuning the guitar, less time that you have to mess around with, having your takes, if you're doing multi-takes or dual takes or whatever, less time that you have to worry about redoing those, right? Because you're going to be in tune. You're going to be really in tune. So really kind of cool. Also on this hunk of tone wood here, we've got the Fishman Fluence pickups. All right. Think of these as kind of a cross between an active, like an EMG, and then your typical passive pickups. I definitely love me some EMGs, but I figured I'd give these a try, and they don't suck. All right. You do have the push-pull here for your active and your passive, your two different voicings. The voicing 1 is kind of going to be your typical modern active kind of sound, and then voicing 2, that's going to give you more that classic passive Alnico kind of sound. You've got locking tuners, the 18:1 ratio from Solar, 24 frets, 26.5 scale length. So really comfortable for being a 7-string. And scale-wise, feel-wise, this is actually pretty on board with the KM7. So it made switching over pretty seamless. And oh yeah, this thing's freaking gorgeous. All right, hopefully that's coming through in the camera. this poplar burl veneer, holy crap, man, right? Just absolutely insane. You've got a mahogany body, ebony fretboard, 5-piece maple and Jatoba or Brazilian cherry wood neck, and it's a neck through design. All right, so that's going to mean like plenty of sustain for leads. The mahogany is going to give you like plenty of chunk on your rhythms. This thing is a beast. All right. Now, I've had this guitar for about 2 months, and I've barely put it down. It's been the main guitar that I've used for a couple of riff hard, like 10-day challenges, as well as like any demos that I've recorded for any like various music projects over the last like month and a half, 2 months, give or take. Little bit of experience on dealing with Solar. So I have a Solar Explorer that that I got years ago, and that I had to wait like a month and a half to get in, but part of that was also because it was like a pre-order. This shipping was stupid fast on this. I think I got it within like a couple of days. And if you're unfamiliar with Solar, these ship out of their warehouse in Spain, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, to get it within a couple of days is actually pretty freaking cool, right? You do have to pay an import tax, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is when you're buying things from like outside of the country, right? It'd be nice if they eventually got like a US distributor or something, so that way we didn't have to do that. But I would also imagine if they got like a US distributor, prices would have to go up. And Solar is already really well known for putting like premium parts inside of the guitars for like not a whole lot of money, right? Like if I were to buy something like this from ESP or something like this from like Jackson or Gibson or something like that, we're looking at probably twice the cost of what you get out of a Solar. So pricing wise, really cool. Ola's always been really, really great about making sure premium parts in, guitars that don't cost you a whole lot of money. These are made for working musicians. All right. One thing that I will say about the shipping, when I did first get this guitar, the top of the bridge pickup, this was like all the way shoved in. When I first got this, it was stuck. I don't know how that actually happened, and I was able to get it popped out, but it does kind of make me wonder if like somebody was asleep at the wheel on like quality assurance day. Not a big deal. Shit happens. I've dealt with worse from like bigger companies. Just kind of annoying. Not that big of a deal though, right? I did have to find like something to bitch about because other than that, this guitar is righteous, right? This thing is righteous. I don't have a single negative thing to say about that. If you are new to Evertunes, be prepared to like spend a little bit of time to getting the Evertune dialed in to how you play. They've got different zones. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of explanation there, but zone 2, you're changing like never changes. Whereas like zone 3 is where you can start getting like bends and stuff like that, but you've got to fine tune that based off of like how your playing style is, right? So be prepared to spend a little bit of time with that. It's going to be worth it in the long run when you can just grab and go the next time you're looking to do a demo or the next time you're doing like a jam or playing a show or something like that. Like if you're on tour, and Evertune, again, it's a freaking lifesaver. All right. When you're up on stage and somebody's out of tune, you bet your ass it's not going to be you. All right. So yeah, that's all I got, man. That is the Solar S1.7. Okay. If you enjoyed this review, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this type of content is something you'd like me to do more often, or if it'd be better off, doing like Frank Zappa said, which is, shutting up and playing my damn guitar. So thanks for watching.